We're the coach of the Kiser Tigers. Donnell Williams just got a win over Eastern Guilford. They coach basketball. Is a great sport. You had a good game today and a lot of fun with these kids. I'm sure excited about the victory. And first of all, a lot of intensity in your game. You guys came out strong and stayed strong the entire game.
Yes, sir. That was part of our game plan this last couple of weeks that we've been in practice. We've been scrimmaging a lot, pushing the ball, pressing. I've even got out there to just, instead of just talking, I need to be out there showing them what they need to be doing and being a coach and a father figure out there for those guys. So they came out strong, and I think we'll come out strong the next game as well.
What's the reason now you think this team is starting to come together here?
They're starting to buy into what me and Coach Bobby is doing. And our teaching, and some of the kids that come out to our AAU games and watch, or they're at the park watching us coach our little league teams, and they're like, oh my goodness, they really are pushing those kids. So they're finally buying into what we're wanting to do for them.
A lot of growth in this team since you took them over this year, right?
Yes, a whole lot of growth. It's still growing.
Well, RJ and Quamar and also Andre, you got some big kids and some athletic kids, very athletic kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Andre is our big guy. He's a big lefty. Very soft touch, got nifty feet. Quamir is one of our stronger guards. RJ came back from injury, so RJ is off of a broken right foot, so he's just now coming back, and we finally inserted him in the offense. Also, we got another young fella named Tobias, which is hurt right now, but those young seventh graders are, pretty much hard workers in practice.
I'd say top to bottom, it's a real quick team as well as being athletic. Very quick. Some little guards pretty quick too on this team.
Those guys, Elijah Ingram and Sam Dinkins, and we're missing our shooter. He's out right now, which is Wyatt. Those guys are pretty much our guys who go to if we need to pick up the pace on the turnovers for the other teams.
You can go about basketball a lot of different ways. A lot of rah to go get them, all that kind of stuff. But there's more you teach than just that. What else do you teach them beside just these basketball fundamentals and go out and tear people up? What else are you teaching these kids?
Camaraderie and fundamentals. Pump fakes, pass fakes, reversing the ball, learning to move the ball, learning to not give up when you're down. We've been down in games, and next thing you know, we're back in it. And those guys had that little, head dropping. But as we picked it up, and they, like I said earlier, they're learning that we can play from behind and we can play up to kind of keep a lead with the fundamentals of what me and Coach Bobby are teaching. If you stick with the fundamentals of reversing the ball, pass fakes, jump stops, those things help the younger game in middle school and as AAU as well.
How does a guy end up from out in South Central in California all the way on the East Coast in Greensboro? How does he end up here?
Oh, my, man.
It's quite a journey for you, huh?
It was a big journey, man.
Looked like at one time maybe basketball wasn't going to be your route. Football maybe be, but then basketball turned to be your route.
My dad used to say, man, just stick with the football. And I fought with him so much. Just let me play one possession of basketball. I kept my grades up, and then once I got out of junior college, I was battling down there with Cedric Ceballos as the #1 leading scorer. So my record is still up down there. But coming from LA, not giving up. Those guys like Russell Westbrook, James Harden, all my young friends, Nick Young, they come up under me and watching me not give up. So it's fun seeing those guys leave state to go to different schools, because that's the best way for an LA kid, is to leave and go somewhere and show that you can play.
Well, you look at this level you're at now, at the middle school level. You want to teach these kids the fundamentals, the right pass and right moves, things like that. As far as that goes, where do you see some of these kids maybe going in the future?
If they just keep their heads on straight and do what we're asking them, as my coach Sam Hanger taught me, just keep your mouth shut and let me do the coaching, and it'll take you to a whole nother level. And as you can see, I kept my mouth shut, kept my grades up, and I pushed on and listened. So after I got out of college, I was on my own, and just the fundamentals of what Coach Hanger taught me, and my family back home got me to the NBA.
Yeah, I remember back when Coach Hanger was at Greensboro College. I did the PA for him back in those days. His son was just a little kid back then. Yeah. He grew up, became a grown man. He's moved on now, too. And all the grand scheme of things, looking over right now, Kobe Bryant's death as of yesterday, what do you take out of that?
Man, I still have a paper from 2000 when they won the championship and Kobe jumping in Shaq's arms. It's a 20-year-old paper I kept because it meant so much to me to see a young kid who struggled with 3 air balls in a playoff game and come back and win titles and just help our city. And Kobe has been nothing but the greatest man of all time in Los Angeles, and it's heartbreaking to hear that happened. But the things that he done on his retirement and his plan, the Mamba Academy, that was something that was built not just for his daughters but for everybody. And that's the same thing I took of building D-Up Hoops here. It's not for me, it's not just for my kids, it's for everybody, and that's what Kobe meant to the world in Los Angeles.
It's kind of not what you take when you leave, it's what what you leave behind. That's the main thing, right?
Yes, sir. It's what you do. Somebody told me when you're born and there's a dash right in the middle, and from the time you're born to the time you leave this earth is what you've done, and that's what the dash right there means. It means a lot. And Kobe, he left a legacy for everybody.
You're doing the same thing at Kiser, Coach Donnell Williams. Thank you for your time today. Good job on the win.
Thank you so much. Thank you.